And the award goes to Oghenechovwe Donald Ekpeki for the year's Best African Speculative Fiction 2021.
Yeah, thank you. As the saying goes, I don't have a speech written, but yeah, so
Be happy.
yeah, I am. Thank you. So give me a second. Okay. Okay, I'll try to say a few things because it's an opportunity being on this stage, and I try to utilize every opportunity I get. I want to talk about the year's Best African Speculative Fiction and what it means. It's a story, it's a collation of stories by African writers, but it's also the story of the African writer, editor, and publisher, and the journey that it takes to come from, the continent and create literary work that can be something that is represented on the global stage. And it's not an easy journey, to say the least. As a matter of fact, the first thing that came to mind when I stood here was, I'm not supposed to be here. And that's not being pessimistic. It's the reality, talking about the journey, having to battle publishing giants such as Amazon. In the first place, publishing the anthology, I had to try to find an American who would publish it with me because, publishing institutions do not cater to the continent. I couldn't find one, so I did it myself. And for daring to try that, Amazon kicked my book off their platform and seized the funds I raised for no reason, followed by Smashwords and Draft to Digital doing exactly the same thing. As a matter of fact, they still hold hundreds of dollars of my money right now. So we had to crowdfund to pay the writers. Then I had to crowdfund again to come for the WorldCon, after which I was denied a visa. Then we had to battle with the US Embassy. Then I had to crowdfund again to come here. Then we had to deal with death threats from trolls. I even got a message from the president of KKK, so, detailing, how gruesomely, they would murder me if I dare showed up here, but I'm here. And that's the point. I chose to be here. And I wasn't the only one who chose. Everybody who contributed to my crowdfunding drive, everybody who voted for me, all the judges who chose me, and everyone sitting in this hall today chose along with me for me to be here, which means a very important thing, that when we stand together, we are stronger than the institutions, than the persons that decide that we should be divided, that decide that some of us are not enough. So I would like to thank everyone who contributed to choosing with me, who contributed their money, who contributed their time, who contributed their stories and everything else. And I want to ask that we continue to choose to allow everybody who deserves it to be on this stage. So this award, this moment belongs to all of us who chose. Thank you.
And may there be many more.